Football Update with your host, Sean Spencer and Alex Roosmore.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that's Let's Talk Football. And it's Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. And we're back. We're back to talk some college football update. And you see my guy over there. You see my guy right in front of that Detroit Lions. You know he's in that Detroit, Michigan area. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. My guy, Mr. Alex Roosmore. What up, Alex?
Not too much. So excited that football is back. Obviously, none of our teams played this past Saturday. But to be able to talk what we're talking about tonight, predicting a national champion, a Heisman, it means it's right there. We're right there. Bryce Underwood just got named starting QB1.
Come on.
And life is good in Ann Arbor right now.
Ooh-wee. Oh, I like that. Yeah, and it feels good. Woke up this morning, it was 59 degrees outside. I was like, oh, yeah, fall's right around the corner. I'm with that.
We're in the freaking 90s here right now.
Ooh,
it's
good gracious.
Blazing.
Good gracious. Well, so I'll send some of that cold air up to you. But you see this guy down here. You see this guy down here with that brick wall defense. Normally sits in front of touchdown Jesus. My guy, E.K. Holiday. What up, Eric?
Man, I can't follow up either you on that, man. The cold air, college football, even some new leaves dropping way too early. It's game time. Let's go. And then I'm just so fortunate to be on the screen with, just a distinguished Michigan fan. So I'm very grateful and very fortunate to be allowed to be here. So thank you guys.
The only one that made it to the national championship or the playoff. You're gonna be here. Oh snap! Technical difficulties, of course. But we are here to talk football. Give me 1 second. There we go. We are here to talk some college football because, like both of you alluded to, college football is back. Week 0 happened, ladies and gentlemen. There were a number of games, a number of close ones, a blowout or two. Guys, how are you feeling? I know none of our teams played, but get that little first taste of college football action. Did it satisfy you? Did it give you a little to quench your thirst?
Yeah, it was a nice little appetizer. I mean, Iowa State, Kansas State, that to me, it started off slow with all the fumbles and everything, getting used to the weather, but then it really picked up. I thought it was a really fun game as it went on. Rocco Becht and Avery Johnson going back and forth. I really enjoyed that. Then I went right into UNLV with the quarterback situation there with Calandria and Orji both playing. And they just could not pull away from Idaho State, who was just torching them through the air. It was so much fun to watch. Right? It's just like, okay, is this going to be the time UNLV can finally put them away? And it's like, nope, here's another mistake. Here's another missed field goal. Here's another turnover. And they just couldn't get out of their own way with penalties. I wish Fresno State put up more of a fight. I turned that one off pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then Western Kentucky was fun to watch for a bit there. But then, oh my God, that game to end the night. That is why you play the games in college football. Man, Absolutely. What a fun one.
Absolutely. That Hawaii-Stanford game. You have Stanford with Andrew Luck. We got Frank Reach as the head coach, going back to the run game and just running. I think one drive, they had 20-play drive, and all the plays were runs. And it was just student body left, all the way down the field. But then you cannot talk about that game without looking at the Hawaii's quarterback, Michael Andrea, the redshirt freshman. This guy, started as a sophomore in high school, I think only lost 4 games. The guy was absolutely electric. Comes in here and gets hurt midway through and played the last half of the game on essentially one leg and is just hobbling and getting it downfield, still scrambling, still running. I mean, the gutsy performance by this guy. And I mean, you're absolutely right. That was college football in a nutshell, and it was beautiful. EK, man, what did you what caught your eye on opening weekend, man?
Well, let me first answer your question. Did it satisfy my thirst? No.
Yeah.
Didn't even quench it a little bit.
Okay, I get it.
Soon as that first kick, all I'm thinking about is how I'm getting anxious for Sunday. So, but you know, I absolutely loved being able to turn on some of the games. Iowa State, Kansas State, obviously a great kickoff to the season. I really enjoyed getting to watch Kansas. Daniels is just so fun to watch, and he looks so much more composed than I remember him in the past seasons. So, like, I'm really excited to see what ends up happening there. But yeah, all I start thinking about is Texas, Ohio State. Like all these premier matchups that are happening this coming week, and I'm watching EJ Warner, and I'm thinking, oh, please don't let my quarterback be like that.
She's like, come on, Bryce.
Well, you're watching for 1 second, and baby Warner, you see him, Kurt's son, you see him throw a pass, and you're like, holy cow. And then 2 seconds later, you realize he is not Kurt Warner. So,
No.
But it was awesome. Games were much better than they necessarily always are on the first week. So at least there were a few competitive games. Yeah, good times.
I mean, yeah, with the exception of that Kansas game, which was 31-7, and then maybe even every other game was close. Hawaii, Stanford 23-20, Idaho State, UNLV 38-31, and obviously Iowa State, Kansas State was 24-21. And even if you watched, I went back and watched that Western Kentucky Sam Houston State. Shout out to my ex-offensive coordinator Phil Longo getting out there coaching. I mean, that was back and forth until Western Kentucky broke away towards the end. I mean, these were all solid games this first weekend. So for me, and we're not even talking about Tarleton State versus Portland State that was on there. The MEAC Norfolk State played Southern. I watched that one. So there was a lot of other games that were out there as well, but. For me, I get your point. I get it. It definitely did not quench the full thirst. For me, it gave me that little bit of a little appetizer. I think is best.
Yeah.
It made it worse, Sean. It gave you a little taste, and then you remember what it tastes like.
Well, see, here's the difference. Is wait, you guys are playing TCU, right? Sean.
Yep.
We're playing New Mexico. He's playing Miami. This is a whole different. There's a different level of competition. With our teams.
No. It doesn't matter. You guys know. I come on this show. I only give a damn about one team.
Yep.
I'm not trying to lie or front here. That's my life. That's my religion. Next Sunday, we're going to church.
Yeah. Oh! I cannot wait to see this. I cannot wait to see this. Look, we got a couple more people coming in here. Our guy back home off the ship, Alec Schomburg. What up, Alec?
Definitely not on the ship, but all right.
Off the ship. That's what I said. Back off the ship, my guy. How you feeling, man?
I feel good. Get ready to watch my DoorDash quarterback do something, I guess.
Didn't even take 2 seconds, man. I already came in here and shoot down your quarterback. Good gracious.
All I gotta say is, at least I got one of my wishes today. I got one of my wishes.
With what? Tez Johnson?
Damn right. Get ready to learn the name Tez Mother Johnson.
We'll see. Well, look, we also got to bring in my guy, that has a quarterback in the NFL and a quarterback in college, apparently, that's in the Heisman race. You know his name. This guy, South Carolina's finest, Will Kramer. Will.
Year of the cock. Here we go, baby.
Good year for the cock.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Yo,
He's been waiting all day to say that. I know it.
Don't worry, Will. Sean's a low-key undercover VT fan this weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go, Hokies. I hate the Hokies, but this weekend I'm a fan. But look, Will, Alec, week 0, obviously it wasn't all the blockbuster games that we're going to get in week 1. Anything stand out to you guys? Did you guys catch any of those games?
I mean, I watched the Iowa State Kansas State game. I preferred it the way how the game was going. I didn't think everybody thought it was gonna be like a shootout, but the weather definitely played a factor. So it's definitely I wouldn't say it was the worst game, but it was more of like at least it was competitive towards the end of it. At least it wasn't a blowout. I would not like the blowout in that situation.
Definitely having them both ranked, that was definitely a great start. What about you,
Now,
Will?
my question is this will be for all of you guys. Now, with Kansas State's quarterback, would you say it's more so on the receivers or the quarterback for their bad play?
I think the weather played a factor. And then you had that first week, going to Dublin, that's not playing at home, or even at your opponent's place in the States,
there was a bunch of times it hit the receivers in the hands and slipped out. I think it was more weather than on either side. You saw it with Iowa State too. It was from the offensive line on both teams slipping for guys getting free sacks to running backs even slipping to the ball slipping right through receivers' hands, the ball slipping out of quarterbacks' hands, maybe not throwing as ideally as they'd like to. I think weather played a huge factor in that game.
Because they were putting him through the ringer on Monday. Every analyst was putting him through the ringer. I was like, you got to understand the weather was a factor. But they were just putting him through the ringer.
If the ball hits your hands, what are you supposed to do?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Bring it in.
I would just say that Avery Johnson, you're not supposed to win the games on his arms or on his arm. He's an absurd athlete. So if he's getting the ball in the vicinity, those guys got to come down with it no matter what. But I didn't think they were that bad. I thought overall, for game 1, knocking the rust off, going overseas. I thought it was a good showing.
Two damn good teams that are both going to be fighting for that Big 12 title. I wouldn't be shocked to see them play again, and in November, beginning of December, their championship weekend.
And we also got to remember that Dylan Edwards went out early. He had that muff kick, and then he gets hurt, and then he doesn't come back in that game. So they were kind of working without him. So
I must have jinxed him with the
I'm not gonna lie. Looking at Will, he looks like he's about to suit up on the sidelines to be a head coach.
Oh, he's ready. He's
getting ready. Yeah,
Beamer called him up.
I don't know, man. I'll tell you this: if these two teams from the Big 12 might meet for the Big 12 championship, cancel the Big 12. That's what I say. Move them down to FCS. My God.
Oh my.
No, I certainly hope that weather was a factor. You guys said the game ended a whole lot of fun. I think I saw in the second, maybe the fourth quarter, it was what, like 14-7 touchdown scored. So like the game ended it in a good time because I was watching some of that first half. I was trying to get excited for it. And I was like, this game sucks.
I remember that. Yep.
It was bad. It was bad. Yes.
It was rough to start. It picked up late.
Yeah, and I believe you guys with that. And it is knocking off rust. It was very rainy out there. I mean, you got families fighting each other after the game. So absolute mayhem in Dublin.
Yeah, that was Avery Johnson's family. So hey, look, week 0, it came and went. It was a taste. It was an appetizer. Obviously, did not satisfy my guy EK, but we have a number of games coming up. We're gonna get into them. It's exciting. Actually, I want to let's kind of get into them real quick first, just to kind of see where everybody stands. We all play this week. Obviously, I play on Monday night, so you know everything. Let's just get for me. So let's just get to Monday night. Okay, let's get to Monday night. Still have my coach. Okay, obviously Jordan is still there. There's still Gates. Right. Let's just get to Monday night. All right, that's all I'm worried about. But guys, talk to me about it. You guys all have big ones, obviously. EK, we know you got the big one against Miami. All right, well, how are you feeling? I know you chomping at the bit.
Yeah, man, I feel good. There's like a quiet confidence, but there's also the fear of the unknown. If we get decent quarterback play, then I expect we should be able to win by 14. If we don't, we might lose by 14. But we have high expectations of the quarterback, but the defense is absolutely loaded. There's a lot of guys that people say left, but a lot of those guys were out by week 4 last year, and that team kept rolling. Offensive line is almost all back. 2 stud running backs. Receiving core is much upgraded. So there's just a lot to be excited about. It's just can the dude pulling the trigger connect the dots? If he can, it's going to be a darn fun year.
I know you're hyped. We all know Sunday night. That's game time for you. But I mean, there's games before. Will, who you got first?
Hokies.
Oh, I know.
3 o'clock. Listen, fellas. South Carolina is the freight train from hell this season. You do not want to be standing on those tracks. And we're going to start it on Sunday at 3 o'clock. You got Shane Beamer going up against his daddy's squad, his daddy's school, the place everybody thinks he's going to go to. Everybody thinks that's his dream job. It's not. He doesn't need to be living in his daddy's footsteps. He's got a Heisman Trophy potential quarterback on one side. He's got a game-changing record on the other side, and he's ready to show everyone that in his 5th season, he's got it all together. He's got all the pieces to come out firing. They struggled against ODU last year. I do not expect the same thing. He is fired up for this game, and they're about to put a whooping on them turkeys.
I like the confidence.
Also, yeah, part of the reason why I'm so confident is just yesterday, the NCAA cleared their number 1 running back, a guy that for all year, since the last 6 months, they've been saying, we're not sure if he's going to be able, we're going to let him play. He transferred from Utah State. When playing for Utah State, he ran for like $150 versus Southern Cal when they played it. So the kid has shown he's got ability. And this whole offseason, they were not going to commit to letting him play. They finally cleared him yesterday. So now you got running back 1 in there. They're ready to go.
Okay. I like this. All right.
You didn't know, Sean.
No. Listen. I just chalked it up as an L. Okay. I saw South Carolina and I said L. Boom. That's what I said. But you got a lot of people in these comments sitting here thinking you need to be ready, put that whistle on, and get out here and coach. And I can see it. I can see it, my guy. Now look. Obviously the 3 of us have, obviously EK is more important, bigger game than, obviously me, TCU, and Virginia Tech for Will. But the other 2 guys, well, actually, New Mexico for Michigan. But, Oregon, they have Montana State, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
They're pretty solid in the FCS. How you feeling about that?
Oh, if I could write y'all a paragraph about this game, I could and I would.
Are we in the upset watch? Are we in the upset watch?
It all depends on how Dante Moore plays. I am so out on him as a quarterback.
He's a Heisman hopeful, baby.
a Heisman hopeful for what? DoorDash drivers?
Oh
You
man.
just wait. You're gonna be loving this guy by week 9.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, well, we're not in the playoff conversation.
When you're in first place of the Big Ten, absolutely.
Do we need to go back a year to when you
the only
talked about Dylan Gabriel?
hope I have.
How bad he was.
The only hope I have for this DoorDash driver
Oh.
is that we have Decorium Moore, we have Mackie Hughes that we got through a transfer portal from Tulane, and we
I was gonna
still
say, you
have
tons of weapons around him. Why are you like?
Exactly.
So what is the
They're
Alec?
loaded.
Seriously, I'm not picking, but where does this evaluation of him being this bad come from? The
so what
UCLA time as a freshman?
No, it's just
with a garbage roster around him?
so the way I see it is so in the Big Ten, completely different than the Pac-12, completely all aspects way different.
Yep.
His reaction time to get the ball out is what's going to be his downfall.
But that.
But the thing is, like the Pac-12,
but
he was playing trash teams in Pac-12.
He was also playing a weird
team,
offense with Chip Kelly.
But I'm saying I gotta see it for myself. If he's fixed that,
will.
If he's fixed it, because I know coaching that from what I've learned years and years from Alex and Sean, Johnny, Ben, all them, coaching plays a huge role in how a quarterback changes how they play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna. I gotta see it for myself. It's gotta be one of those. I gotta see it for myself. It does suck. We don't have our safety blanket receiver Evan Stewart, who I had high hopes going into this season, because he was going to be the next Tez John. I'm all over my Oregon players. I've predicted Bucky Irving succeeding in the NFL. I'm going to be right when Tez Johnson succeeds in the NFL in 2 or 3 years. Evan Stewart was my next one.
Is this the guy that's 5'6", 160 that you're raving about?
And guess what? He made the mother and roster. Y'all just mad Washington didn't get him because I know if Sean got Tez Johnson, if Tez went to Washington, Sean would be doing backflips like he was doing against Buffalo.
Yes, because you would get a Washington jersey.
He is so underrated. His height and size is so underrated.
Have you ever heard of Brandon Banks
him
before?
Huh?
Yep.
Have you ever heard of Brandon Banks?
Oh yeah,
CFL All-Star now.
Fastest guy in like the NFL with the ball in his hands, but he was rail thin like this, and he
the thing is,
get on the field.
With him going to us, it benefited it because we have he's had to like be an impact off rip. You have Chris Godwin, Mike Evans to teach him. Like I told Ben, he has to be serviceable for the first year just to learn the ropes.
His only job is going to be to run straight.
Nice.
But back to the Oregon situation. Like I said, I'm glad we still have no Whittington at running back, so that hopefully, I'm not sure how many. I'm so bad at this.
I'm telling you that.
I'm so bad at this right now because I have not paid attention lately because my ship schedule messed me up from like focusing on like the who we lost in the draft, who transferred. But if I remember, I don't think we lost too much on the line from last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if we did or not. But
I think you guys are going to be set.
So the O-line, as long as the O-line can protect, I just want them to go back to the ground game because Noah Whittington, he has some competition. Mackie Hughes and him, double-headed monster. That's what you're going to need in the Big Ten through the trenches. Definitely got to get through those. Oof, I'm so glad we won't play Michigan this year. I'm so glad we won't play Michigan.
I'm looking at your schedule.
Don't do that.
I'm looking at your schedule, Alec, and I'm seeing 4-0 until you get up against obviously Penn State on my birthday weekend. Other than that, I mean, OK State,
and you know what game that is?
Northwestern, Oregon State. You guys got
that
this,
is.
Man.
Do you know what game that Penn State game is?
I know it's
that game is the only loss on your record, my guy.
Yeah.
I'm saying I gotta see it for myself. Everybody hyped me up when we got. I'm not gonna say the name. Everybody hyped it up when we got him, and I fell for. I sipped the Kool-Aid, and then just got disappointed immediately when his decision-making skills came into play.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something, okay? Don't be like me. Last year, Washington had JD5, and it took me until the championship game to get on board because I wasn't a believer because of my guy Sam Howell. Don't be like me, all right? You've had Bo Nix, who's playing in the league right now. You've had Dylan Gabriel, who's
He's
most
on an
likely
NFL
going to get the
roster.
start. Yo, you're going to be all right, okay? You're going to be all right. I'm here to tell you it's going to be okay. Now, Alex, I have to say, ask you, the suspension, does this apply in this first game against New Mexico? No? Okay.
So he's coaching Saturday and the following Saturday, and then suspension week 3 and 4 for Central Michigan and Nebraska. And then the additional game added on is the opener next year, which is either Dublin. We're either the Dublin game with Western Michigan or we're in Germany.
Ooh.
That suspension throws me off because like what did
Oh, it's
what?
stupid.
No, I'm saying like what? It's like I know he got suspended for games, but I said like playoff something like that or championship something like that.
Like that's all fines and all that added on, yeah.
So like what? How's that like? Like what's that like in?
So we can't get any revenue from making the playoffs this year or next year. 10% 10% fine from what our football budget is, which
Jesus
based off last
Christ.
year would be about $7 million. And then 10% of the total scholarship money, I believe. So in total, it works out to somewhere between 20 and 30 million.
Jesus.
Don't
Crazy.
worry about Alex.
It's-
The only team with a war chest bigger than his is yours.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
They'll
like,
be okay.
that's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right.
We'll just stroke a check and say, "Here you go." Go.
And
Yeah.
Henry Ellison makes Portnoy look like a poor man.
You guys will be good. Absolutely.
This game,
So-
though, Alex, this is the battle between who has the best uniforms in college football. Have you seen these turquoise unis of New Mexico?
I like them.
They're fantastic.
It took me a second to come around to them, but I do like them.
They're awesome. And not every single version, but there's a couple in there. They look great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out
I'd be
to
a
Will.
little more worried if Devin Dampier was there this year, but he's not. So
Will,
Oh yeah.
you called it first. Those Iowa State helmets were atrocious.
oh yeah.
Oh my
Terrible
god!
Yeah.
combo. Terrible combo.
Catch up. They were.
It
they were
made it
nasty.
hard to watch.
It did.
Between
It
the
did.
uniforms and then the football these kids tried to play.
Yeah.
That was a train wreck.
Yep. All in Dublin. All in Dublin. Any other? I mean, obviously there's the Texas Ohio State game. There's a couple of the big name games. Any other things, EK?
I didn't. Maybe I missed you, but I didn't hear how you're feeling.
No. Honestly, I'm ready to get it started. To be quite honest, I don't really know what to expect because Belichick has kept everything close to the vest. I'm
Shocking.
eager to kind of see if we go with Gio Lopez, kind of if we have a more fast-paced offense. I know last year when we did Max Johnson, it was more of a drop-back pass, and he's not too terribly mobile. So if we lost a couple of guys in the draft from our line, so he might not have the time, especially with that injury. So I'm eager to see what happens. The fact that we're on Monday night and it's all because of Bill Belichick. I expect all the hoopla and all the fanfare. I just hope we show up and answer the bell. You know what I mean? Like, because I remember when you and I, Will, went to the game in Charlotte to start, Drake May versus Spencer Rattler. These are two big name teams, coming together, big name quarterbacks and everything like that, and they deserve the spotlight. This one kind of is like we're getting the spotlight because of Bill, but he's great. But is the team great? So we'll see. I just don't want to lay an egg on opening day, but I think we fairly good chance against TCU. So I'm excited to see
How
what
many
happens.
weeks into the season before you've got the Chapel Bill shirt on?
Or
Listen.
the hoodie with the sleeves cut, or like
Look. I'm on a wait list. Jordan didn't initially approve my early application. All right, but I'll be there soon. I'm trying to get on the the fan group and all that stuff. But yeah, no, it'll be coming. Look, I'm very excited, but I'm tempering my expectations. I mean, it's Bill Belichick. You know what I mean? The goat in the NFL. But this is college. How many coaches have been successful in the NFL and then come to college? I mean, there's only
Original Saban. You get
uh,
ready.
yeah.
He's about to
He's only
turn
the
it
second Super Bowl winning coach that's come to college. The other one was Bill Walsh, and that didn't end well with him in Stanford. So, you know, we shall see what happens. Look, we're going to take a quick breather, and then we're going to come back on the other side. Alex and Eric prepared some of their season predictions. We're going to get into also some Heisman talk. This is my guy, Anton Benson. We'll be right back. We are back. Yo, it is your boy Sean Spencer. This is College Football Update. You see my guys, South Carolina's finest Will Kramer, my guy over there, Alex Loosemore, right for the brick wall, EK Holiday, and Mr. Sailor Man, my guy, Alex Schomburg. So glad you guys are here. Yo, I'm so slow the second time. Jordan has been the most influential person in the athletic department in North Click. Yeah, yes. Good old flipping Jordan. Don't even want to talk about it. Look, we are here. The season officially begins this weekend, Thursday night. There are some games. So we had to kind of come on and talk a little through what we think is going to happen at the end of the season. All the way through. Our guy Alex and EK have went through week by week and to set up who will be in the CFP, the bracket. Their bracket is set. We're going to share it out and talk about it, see how we feel. So I will give you the floor, Alex, and I will share your thing. There we go.
All right, so that's the initial bracket I have here. I'll start with my conference champions. Since I went through the entire thing, I was able to do the entire conference championship weekend. So the Big Ten, I have Penn State, who's the 3 seed, beating Michigan. Just like I said last week on the show, I think that still holds true for me. There was a bunch of teams, Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon were all in a 4-way tie there with one loss in the conference. But the way it worked out was Penn State and Michigan getting in, and Penn State won that game for me. The SEC, I had Texas getting their revenge against Georgia. So I have Georgia winning in the regular season. I have Texas winning in the SEC championship game. As you can see by the 2 seed, I have Clemson winning the ACC over Miami. North Carolina was just on the outside there, Sean. I had Miami at 10-2 and North Carolina at 9-3. So by a game, Miami got in.
That's right.
The Big 12, as you can see by my 8 seed there, Texas Tech is my Big 12 champion. The 2, I didn't think either of these 2 would be in there, but by the time I picked all the games, it ended up being Texas Tech and Baylor, and I have Texas Tech winning that game. The Mountain West, I have the 12 seed there, UNLV, getting their revenge against Boise State, who beats them in the regular season. UNLV is the highest ranked conference champion out of the group of 5. They get the 12 seed there. My MAC matchup, I have Toledo beating Ohio. I think that would be a really fun game.
Oh yeah.
The Sun Belt, JMU wins the Sun Belt beating South Alabama. They fell just below UNLV. They were almost my group of 5 bid for the playoff.
I believe it. I believe it.
But just given that UNLV, given that UNLV is ranked a little bit higher to start the season, I think that's just the edge there. The American, another team that almost got in was Navy, but given the fact that they played the Army-Navy game after, I just don't think it gives them the boost there. I have them splitting. I had Army winning the American championship and then Navy winning the Army-Navy game. Given that it's a week after, I think it's hard to win that back-to-back. And the Conference USA, I had Liberty beating Western Kentucky. So that leads to this bracket here. Texas 1, Clemson 2, Penn State 3, Notre Dame 4, Oregon 5, Michigan 6, Georgia 7, Texas Tech 8, South Carolina 9, Ohio State 10, Florida 11, and UNLV at the 12. I'll jump right into it. Alec, your team's winning this one. They're getting by. I don't think it's overly close. I like UNLV, but it's not a close matchup. We'll move to the next one here. South Carolina and Texas Tech. I do think South Carolina is the much better team out of these two. I think they advance. Lenore Sellers, Dylan Stewart, and the roster they have there around those two, I think is enough to get to the second round. Michigan and the team I've been hyping up all off season here on these shows, the Florida Gators.
Let's go.
With it being in Ann Arbor up in the cold, I don't think Florida handles it. Defense is enough to pressure Legway into a couple turnovers, and we win by, I'll say, 6. Georgia and Ohio State, I don't think this game's close. Last year I said Ohio State would beat the brakes off of Tennessee, and they did. I think Georgia slams the door shut on Ohio State, beats the brakes off them in Athens. Georgia just does not lose at home. I don't expect that to change here. They win, and it's not very close. So the second round matchups we have here, Oregon, Notre Dame, South Carolina, Texas, Michigan, Penn State, and Georgia and Clemson.
I would love this weekend.
This would be such a fun weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Massive brands of college football. You get an SEC matchup that didn't happen during the regular season, and I think would be a really fun one. Lenora Sellers, Arch Manning, Dylan Stewart, Colin Simmons. I think there's a lot there that makes that such a fun game. Obviously, Georgia, Clemson, two teams that are at the top of college football seemingly almost every year. Michigan, Penn State for the second time. See if Michigan can get their revenge there. And then obviously Oregon, Notre Dame, neutral site, two of the biggest brands in college football. What's not to like there? I'll jump right into that one. I just think the running game, the defense, everything in this matchup, I think Notre Dame has the advantage. I love what Marcus Freeman is doing there. And I think it's like a last-second field goal, maybe into overtime kind of game. Two phenomenal teams. I think Notre Dame has the edge, though. Will, I'm sorry. This is where the run ends.
I believe it.
I think Texas is just so freaking good. I think by this time, Arch Manning has it all figured out, and they're just rolling. They're going to be tough to beat. As much... No, actually, I did have it written down. It's hard to beat a team twice. Michigan beats Penn State here. James Franklin does not get over the hump. He wins the Big Ten, but does not get to the Final Four. Michigan advances.
Wow.
And this one here, got Clemson. I think
ACC, baby.
I think that defense for Clemson is legit. They've got NFL guys at all 3 levels. They're probably going to have 7, 8, maybe more guys drafted in the first 2 rounds in next year's draft. They've got the blueprint for what we've had with these last 2 national champions. I think they make the Final Four, and I think they make the national championship. I think they beat Michigan. Michigan stops at the Final Four, which, hey, I'll take that. Year 1, Bryce Underwood. I think would be a phenomenal year. But like I said, I think Clemson's just got the makings of what we've had out of these national champions the last 2 years. And then Notre Dame and Texas. I think this is a really, really fun game. I love the matchup of the running game of Notre Dame versus the defense of Texas. But I do think Texas actually has the best defense in college football this year. I think that is the number 1 defense in all of ball. So Texas and Clemson in my national championship. And the Texas Longhorns get it done. I've got Texas winning the national championship this year. As disgusting as I think it is, I have Cade Klubnik winning the Heisman. Lenora Sellers is going to be my my dark horse.
I like that.
EK talked me out of my.
How can Lenora Sellers be a dark horse?
Because if you look at the betting odds, he would technically be considered a dark horse.
He's got to be in the top 10 of the betting odds.
I would consider outside the top 5 realistically to be a dark horse.
Oh, no. Okay. That's all right. It's your pick. I just fundamentally disagree with it, but I will. You
shot down my other one, so I gotta.
I will stand down.
Someone new. All right, yeah. So that's what I got there. I have full records for all our teams, the schedule, who everyone loses to. If you guys got any questions on it, I also have some of the other top teams, how their schedule went out.
Oh yeah. Who are our 3 losses?
Your 3 losses, Clemson. I just gotta find yours here. On the road for your other 2.
Okay.
I think Cal. I think that freshman quarterback causes a lot of problems. I'm not gonna try and say his name because it is a nightmare to say. But I think they win a couple games that they necessarily shouldn't, and I think that's one of them. And then I kind of tossed it back and forth. Then I thought Syracuse. I like what they're building there.
Fran Brown.
I like what Fran Brown's doing. And on the road, going there, I think that's the other loss.
I can see that.
What a schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Virginia.
That's right.
Stanford. Wait.
Yes, that's right.
Jeez.
Powerhouse. Elizabeth JMU. All right. Hey, yes. We can't handle JMU
got
anymore.
The
All
Duke
right.
Mayo Bowl against Charlotte.
That's right. Tough. All right. Don't talk about a stricter schedule. All right. We beat who's in front of us. All right. Oh. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I can see this happening.
All of our teams too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing I liked where it was just like, oh snap, okay, like Michigan found their way in there, South Carolina, obviously Notre Dame's going to be in there, and Oregon. I knew those 2 were going to be in there, but when it was all said and done, I was like, okay, those 2 got in. I like where this is at. And Will, I only had you guys with 2 losses.
How in the world? To Clemson was one of them, right?
No, you guys beat Clemson. That's Clemson's only loss until the national championship.
Just
Given
like last year where they lose the game and then get to go play in the championship.
Yep. I have Alabama as one. I just think that defense is nasty. It could cause some problems for Sellers. And then the other one, as much as I hate to say it, because you guys got bent over by the refs in this game last year, LSU always has one game at home where they play way better than they actually are. I think that's the game.
Yes.
Yep.
I know they're fired up for it, but yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Good luck that Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stole that one last year. I remember that.
hmm
I remember that.
And then EK, your only loss, as I
No,
said
no, no, no,
before.
no, 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 no. As the great
A&M.
Will Smith said, take my Notre Dame out your damn mouth. I'm good. I don't need
And
to know
then-
your explanation.
Oh, I wasn't gonna explain. I was just saying for the viewers, Notre Dame's only loss to me was A&M, and then Oregon. The only loss I had was the whiteout game.
Penn State. Yep.
Penn State's only loss was Ohio State. I think Georgia's only loss was Alabama, who fell just outside. They would have been the 12th seed if we didn't have the group of 5, but they fall just short.
Who did you guys lose to?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oh,
On the road, Bryce's first road game.
yeah.
I like what Oklahoma's done defensively, and they still quarterback, running back are still there. I think it's just enough. They beat us by a field goal.
Ooh. Okay. Interested to see that. I like that. Yo, EK. What does your stuff look like?
All right. I'm going to make this short and sweet. All right, Sean. First off, Alex, it's going to sound like I'm insulting you, but of course you'll know that it is meant with deep respect. You're an absolute degenerate for making me listen to your Mac picks. Again, I
Let's
love
go.
it. I
Mac
respect it. I throw his back up there for a second if you can,
Yeah.
because I'll just do a quick and easy breakdown here.
I was gonna say I can change the seeds and put yours in if you want.
No, I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to tell you who's not going to be in, and that is Florida, Michigan, and Will. I'm rooting so hard for you guys, and I think you're right on the cusp of getting in. But I think that schedules are just a little too much, man.
I'm with you.
But I said it before. I think it's going to be the best damn 9-win team in the country when that time comes, and it could be a team that could compete with anybody. So all the disrespect was for Florida and Michigan in particular.
Yeah.
I have no reason to see or believe at the moment why either of them should be on that list. All right, so let's just jump to it. The last critique I have for Alex is, look, dude, if you're going to put your team in the playoffs, then they're going to win a game in the playoffs.
Win two
games in the playoffs. You play to win the game, man. Take those Fighting Irish and move them right up to the top of that pyramid.
Hey, I'm trying to be right here, okay?
Notre Dame, Michigan for the daddy.
You
know how badly I wanted to do that as soon as I saw them on opposite sides of the bracket? I was just like, oh, man.
Play to win the game, man.
Hey, and they're Final Four.
Come on. With Carr starting, with the grandson of the legend starting in the net.
Come on. With that. No,
Come on.
That's it, Sean. So I did the game by game that Alex had, and at the end of the day, you gotta go with your heart. This is my love. If we were back in Jimmy Clausen 2007 3-9 era, I'm still picking Notre Dame Fighting Irish to win the national championship.
Is Carr your Heisman winner?
We get to that. I'm still confused about someone who on FanDuel is in the top 5 for Heisman being a dark horse, but
fair. I didn't look at FanDuel, so that's all right.
I'm gonna say dark horse, partially trolling, partially because I've been infatuated with the kid since he was in high school, and he is one of the best quarterback prospects to come out in many years, and he's going to play for a team that is absolutely loaded. And just because Will Kramer said it was a possibility. Sleeper, dark horse, Dante Moore.
Let's go.
I like that. I do like that.
It could happen.
I did
Look.
not know this was April Fool's Day.
No. If you guys are in the playoffs and he has a good year, immediately Heisman profile.
He'll be in that consideration. Absolutely.
Immediately.
I just don't see it. I gotta see it myself. I'm not gonna knock
You
your
never
decision.
see it, so it's fine.
So
I've grown since my Anthony Brown's discussions. All right, I gotta see it for myself.
Alec, I say that like I think he's going to be really good, and I'm not picking. I think he's going to be very good, whether it's this year or the following year. With that said, I think the highlight reel or the Heisman reel goes to Jeremiah Love, but he won't get enough touches to win the Heisman.
I agree with that. I thought about putting him.
Yeah. So give my Heisman to Sam Levitt.
Woo! Arizona State. I
I
love
like
that.
that a lot.
Nice. Okay.
Well, it's just because the schedule, my man. It's just because the schedule. Everybody gets enamored with statistics.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
We'll do he'll do a Barry Sanders, run horizontal for 8,000 yards and win a lot of games, and they won't give him the same love that someone who just plays against trash defenses does.
What happens? Will, who's your Heisman?
Brain says Cade Klubnik. My heart is gonna say bringing the team back, and it is going to be, where did he go? I've lost him. The receiver from Alabama, Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
And then based on, I'll say this, if Alex, his bracket is correct and Florida is in the playoff, then Lagway is in the running to be the Heisman winner.
Yep. In the conversation, absolutely.
Yeah, based off, if mine was right, you'd have to think the Heisman finalists for the 5, it consists of the pool of Manning, Klubnik, Lagway, Sellers, maybe Dante Moore, maybe Jeremiah Smith. It would be that kind of collection. In that group,
it'd be a star-studded.
Of
quarterbacks up there.
I see that. And then, look, I mean, I'll go low hanging fruit. We know who my Heisman is. Arch Manning. Arch, I think is if especially if your bracket is true, Alex winning a national championship, definitely think he can win the Heisman. Like EK said, he's already 80 steps ahead. All he's got to do is show up and play the way he's supposed to, and he'll be good. My dark horse, and this is super dark, super dark. It's deep down there, but guy that transferred, Tommy Castellanos, quarterback for Florida State. He balled out at Boston College, and I was a huge fan of his there. Obviously, Florida State having the crappy year, and they're coming back, but with that ACC schedule, I mean, they play the likes of, Kent State, Virginia, all the same teams that we play. Obviously, they played the Miamis and the Clemson, but then you also got the Wake and the VT and North Carolina State. So, I mean, they pull out some of these victories. We've seen SMU do it a year ago. It could happen. He'll show up, and he'll be one of those names that people talk about, like Lenora Sellers. I mean, Castellanos can play. He just has not been in the right team, right atmosphere, and gotten the right exposure. And at Florida State, you can get that. So that's where I'm at with my Heisman and dark horse. Hey, Mr. Dante Moore lover, Alec, who's your Heisman? Who's your dark horse?
I would say my Heisman would be Sellers. My dark horse is Sorsby from Cincinnati.
Ooh. Okay. I can dig it.
Very
can
high
dig
on
it.
Sorsby.
I don't know who that is.
The quarterback from Cincinnati.
I can dig it. What year is he?
Should be in his third.
I'll look it
If
up.
it's either second or third. Mind you, my brain's been on and off of ship schedule. I could have sworn I think he was on his sophomore year last year.
Junior, yeah.
Sean
I can dig
Spencer.
that. Yo.
I need a national champion out of you, Will, and Alec before this ends.
Oh my!
Catch Will. Catch Will first.
Natty.
It might be Clemson just because they can walk into it.
Not gonna, wow. They're gonna have somewhat of a tough schedule. Not really. But yeah, I mean,
they've got 2 tough games.
that's right.
Sean,
First
just
and
say
second round of the
I think they're
playoffs,
going
or
to win
what?
both of them.
Sean, I just want you to say you're SEC champion, right?
I would love to. Honestly, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I don't want to gas you up, but I kind of feel like this is the redemption tour. This is, North Carolina got to the national championship in 2016 and lost in the last second to Villanova, and then that next year we came all the way back and won it against who's the team from the West Coast that always gets in basketball?
Gonzaga?
Yeah, Gonzaga. We ended up beating them. So I think this is y'all redemption year, man. I think y'all come back, and I think Freeman's got you guys. It's going to be that run game and that defense, but I think CJ Carr is going to do enough. He's going to play. He's going to have his JJ McCarthy. Like, he's going to do enough. Now, I'm not downplaying JJ, but I'm saying, he's going to do what he needs to do, and he's going to ball out.
You know how sick you just made EK comparing Carr to a Michigan quarterback?
Especially McCarthy.
Because, he won a natty. He won a natty.
Damn right he did.
This Alex will appreciate this. We still have the quarterback that we recruited over McCarthy on our roster right now.
Yeah, and McCarthy's in the NFL right now as a 10th overall pick.
Yep. We went with my guy, and we stopped recruiting McCarthy because we got my guy, and I love him.
Oh me, Alec, who you got winning it all, man?
Oregon.
Yes. The Ducks.
Oh.
The Ducks.
Let's
Quack
go.
quack, baby.
No, I definitely don't have them.
Oh, I thought he actually said that. That was
No, that was
somebody
me. That was me.
I was so fired up.
Come on.
No, it's definitely going to be. Why pick the championship where it's not going to be one of the top ranks 1 through 6 or 1 through 7? It's going to be who's currently ranked number 8. Roll Tide, baby.
Woohoo! Bama's back. Okay.
Now, the one thing I'll bring up again, based on the entire history of the CFP era, it's one of those teams 1 through 6. It is Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, or Notre Dame. No team has ever won in the CFP era starting outside the top 6 of the AP poll.
Jared, I just shouted out your quarterback, Castellanos, dark horse, Heisman, baby. Let's go.
Jared, don't let him hype you up. He ain't winning no Heisman.
Dark horse. All right, he's doing it.
Be happy if you make it to the Music City Bowl.
Let's go. Let's go. I just can't wait to meet the South Carolina Gamecocks in the Duke's Mayo Bowl again.
Will you come down?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. To see if if they let Belichick dump him with the Mayo or whatever.
Oh
like,
my God! Yeah.
Jordan's like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No.
I mean, Jared has
Stand
a great
in.
response to you.
I could go
Let's
really
worry about
dirty
that.
with this, but I'm going to hold back. I want to, but this is a.
You were about to say what
PG show
everyone
for
was
you, Sean.
thinking.
Yeah.
So there's been mad disrespect to Georgia and Penn State. Nobody's been hating on them, but Penn State got zero love tonight.
No, I mean they made it to the semifinals.
And
They're in
then
the
they
picture.
did what Big Game James always does.
Yeah,
It's like they made the quarterfinals in mine and lost.
Yeah, they had a big game, so they packed it up.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I really want to believe that they can do it, but
If the schedule was tougher, I think they would be. But you know,
They're not.
I really
really
believe
tested.
in. Yeah, I believe in the iron sharpens iron, and a lot of these teams are going to be forged throughout the season. And by the time they get to the end of the season, they've played 2 games. So
Yeah.
I think that's going to hurt them how weak their schedule is in their team building.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was like, Oregon and Ohio State are 2 really good games to have, but there's nothing else on that schedule.
Yeah. All you need to do is win 1, and you're in the playoffs.
Yep.
Right.
Because you'll at least be in the Big Ten title game.
Yep.
Good old Penn State. And we'll be back here next year talking about, well, they got far, but Franklin can't get them over the hump. And then you Penn State fans will come for me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But what are we saying that's wrong? Your coaches can't get it done.
Here, just playing devil's advocate for Penn State. Jim
They don't
Knowles
need
running
that.
that defense now.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Aller ain't going to have to do much, especially with Allen and Singleton in that backfield. They
Run
can
the rock.
win a lot of games 14-10.
Alex, I assume most of you got to watch the game with us versus Penn State.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see his demeanor? Like,
Yeah.
it was honestly disturbing. Like,
Yep.
he was completely checked out. Like, he had zero composure. So unless he can figure that out, that's very nerve-wracking for.
Yeah. I'm right on board with everyone else here. I don't think they can get it done.
Yeah.
Just that Jim Knowles running that defense now is a big reason why they could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alec, were you going to say something? I thought you were.
No, I'm gonna stay quiet on this one.
Oh.
Oregon.
Stay quiet on this one.
Quack, quack.
All right. Well, 5 o'clock's coming early for me tomorrow morning, so I have got to get going. But it has been fun, gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it
no
has.
doubt. We will definitely let's go ahead and wrap this up, guys. We appreciate all you guys being here with us. Been on here for an hour. College football starts Thursday and goes all the way through Monday. I know you're all excited. We're excited too. For my guy Will Kramer, Alex Loosemore over there, EK Holiday, and Alex Schomburg. It's your boy Sean Spencer. We appreciate y'all joining us. Stay tuned for all the good stuff we got coming this week. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, where else would you rather be? We'll talk to you later. Peace, people.
College Football Update with your host, Sean Spencer and Alex Loosemore.